Jorge's. Tenedor. Say.
Tenedor.
Yeah.
Por favor.
This one's good.
Thanks.
Okay, what are we doing? What is
Hey
the name of
guys,
this?
We're going to do a mukbang. Mukbang? Mukbang.
I don't know how to pronounce it.
Mukbang.
This is actually pretty weird to me, but
I don't think I've ever done one before. So.
it was one of the suggestions.
First for everything.
It was one of our suggestions for one of the person that follow us. Say, oh, you guys should do this and talk about what we're gonna talk tonight. It's actually really interesting, like always, you know. We're gonna talk about what, baby? This looks so good.
Relationship tips and advice, I think.
Yes, that's what we're gonna talk about
Okay.
today.
And I'm gonna try my best not to
Relationships and
talk and eat
advices
at the same time.
I mean, whatever. I mean, everyone talk and eat. You shouldn't. Don't do this at home.
Before
It's
we
pretty
begin,
dangerous. What are we eating, actually?
I was gonna talk about the food that we're eating.
Okay, tell me.
We both got falafel plates. So we got some pita bread, some falafel balls. We got
The
some
restaurant. How is the name of the restaurant?
Amir's.
Amir's.
And we have a little backstory behind it too.
It's in Studio City, and the noise of that. It's in Studio
Sounds like
City.
it's farts.
Oh, okay. Disclosures.
Anyways,
Anyways,
it's one of our favorite restaurants.
and we all we're regulars there. It's pretty like the restaurant opened like in 1885, something like that.
1885.
Oh no, 1985.
Baby.
Sorry, it was lost a little bit
yeah.
in time. 1885, and I mean I love it. It's like family owned, and it's like Mediterranean food. Then we have pita bread, falafel, and
We got some baba ganoush. We got some. What is this one called?
corn.
No, not the corn. No.
Oh, tabbouleh.
Tabbouleh.
Tabbouleh. We have cucumber, tomato salad, and the most important, the falafel.
Falafel. We
I
also have
love
some
falafel.
garlic sauce, some tahini. Oh yeah, this is the basmati rice. You guys can see right here. And we have a secret special spicy sauce. And La Croix.
No.
LaCroix.
LaCroix.
La
Actually,
Croix.
guys, the
La
correct way
Croix.
to pronounce this, we
La
used to
Croix.
say La Croix, actually.
We just went to
Because we
Costco
thought
and picked
it
it
was-
up today.
Because we thought it was French and fancy, but it's actually LaCroix.
Okay, I'm gonna dig in.
Okay, go for it. Okay, let's start about relationships.
Let's dig in, and let me ask you a question. If you were to give yourself one, actually, I guess we could have looked at the questions people asked us on our phone, but it's okay. I'm just gonna come up with them off the top of my head.
Okay.
My question was,
What is
if
it?
you had one, I guess this is dating advice or relationship advice. If you had one piece of advice to give yourself when you were on the show, or when we first met, what would it be? I don't know why, I just thought of this off the top of my head just now.
I didn't understand. Advice for me going into the show?
No, advice for you back then. Because obviously that was years ago, you know? And so much has happened since, and we've been through so much together, you know? So what is something, like a piece of advice you would give yourself back then?
I feel I don't regret about anything that happened, and
Advice, baby, not regrets.
yeah, then I mean advice is I experiment all what I want.
So you wouldn't tell yourself anything?
I mean I don't know about that question, because I try to be always myself. I think an advice will be defend myself about what others say in that moment about me. You know, put it the real things what happen at the moment, and say it at the moment, and don't keep it because I didn't want to ruin other people public perspective of you, you know. And then I was really
Of me?
Not of you.
Oh, of yourself, sorry.
In the show. We were talking about the show.
Yes.
Or we're talking about like dating or getting confused. Whatever. That's what I'm saying. Like
Okay.
in resume, how you say in resume? In
Like recently? Or
no,
like to resume the conversation.
To resume the conversation, I would say is like actually be spontaneous, you know, and say what other people were doing bad with me, you know, and like put it out there. Is it good?
So good.
I cannot focus and talk at the same time because this is so good.
I know. That's why I was listening to you talk while I was.
Okay, now it's your turn. And it's my turn to eat.
No, you have to answer it. Sorry.
I can ask you the same question.
We need to make that a rule. It has to be different questions.
Okay.
Like I can't ask you the same question.
Oh, this is actually, we talk about this today and we have a little discussion. And it was about why you were crying all the time in the show. You think it's because about me or is because they just edited that way? Or you actually were crying all the time in the show, but no, it wasn't about me.
To be honest, all of the above. Like a little bit of all of the above. I mean, I think it was because of you, but it was because I was prompted to like the things that I was feeling was way more intense than I'd ever feel in real life, if that makes sense, because everything in there, it's like a pressure cooker. So it's so intense. But it was also edited in a way that, like, I wasn't always crying about you, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I was crying about other situations that...
Like the way you sister and you felt something that was going on.
So there was one time in particular where I was really emotional and crying, and it had nothing to do with him, and it made it seem like it had everything to do with him. It was actually about my family. So I was just really sentimental and missing my family, and they made it play out like I was crying about him, and I wasn't.
Okay.
So, to answer your question, I feel like a little bit of all of the above, but at the same time, a lot of it had to do with other factors. But I'm very in touch with my feelings, and I cry a lot. And he knows that. And I get very emotional sometimes. Even now, like when it's my time.
Now
with
you're
the
gonna
man,
cry now.
When it's my time with the
Baby,
mic and I
don't
get
cry.
emotional, I cry sometimes.
Don't cry, baby. I just make
There's
fun of her.
nothing wrong with crying.
But I support her. I mean, I cry sometimes too.
Barely. Barely. He never cries.
When you made me cry. Okay, next.
Okay. Oh shoot! Now I need to think of a good one.
And I eat.
Okay.
The garlic sauce is
Oh,
so
here.
good.
You want some more? Oh, you want? Oh, you want some spicy sauce?
Oh yes.
Ooh. Okay, this is a hard one. Or like this, I'm having a hard time coming up with one. But, what is a...
No pressure.
I know, no pressure. What are some... This isn't about us necessarily or anyone else, but like, what are like named some top 3 relationship or like green flags, like immediate top green flags that you see in other people's relationships, in our relationship, in any relationship in general, just like green flags.
A green flag is a person that is supportive, that want you to grow and like align, like a person that don't criticize of what you want to do. That's a good green flag. Another one is a person that don't want to change what you are, you know, how you are, or like the way you behave or the way you come from. And that's another green flag is a person that like to share with family, like for me.
Like family oriented.
Yeah, family oriented, and it probably don't have that person probably don't have a big family, but maybe it's worry about their sister, the best friends, or whatever is the person called family.
Yeah.
I mean, that's three. I mean, I have more, but those are like
just
important.
a few important ones for you.
Yeah. Another one. What is a red flag for you? Like in a relationship, what would be like a red flag for any other person that is hearing this? Like a big red flag.
Okay, my first answer was actually gonna be communication, but I will take that back because a lot of time. Sorry. Let me finish eating.
Talk, whatever.
No, I don't wanna talk with my mouth full.
So
My point was,
respectful.
stop it. My point was, I was gonna say communication is obviously, like, if it's bad communication, it's obviously a red flag, but that usually does not come up in a relationship until later on down the line. So you don't see it right away. I think an immediate red flag is disrespect, like right off the bat. Not only disrespect to like if your partner shows disrespect to you, but disrespect to other people. So if you see your man or if you see your woman disrespecting other people, like her friends, her like waiters or waitresses, people in public.
Yeah, that's
like,
really common that people like
disrespect
go
to
a
other
date.
people or entitlement. When they're disrespectful to other people, that's a huge red flag. And sometimes they might not be disrespectful to you or to your face right away, but to other people, like that, if that shows right away, that's a huge red flag, like right immediately.
Yeah, that's a huge.
That's a good question.
That's a huge red flag. I hate when even someone that I don't know and is disrespectful with anyone, or like I hate when someone feel entitled of something and treat someone bad. You know, you
And
can
it's
see it
honestly
in
happens
a
a lot.
restaurant, in an airport. I see it all the time.
Have you been treated that way? Because we have both worked in the service industry as waiters, waitresses,
Oh yeah.
as servers before. Both of us have. Have you been?
Oh, actually working. Like I had one boss, and he treated me like, literally like, I don't know, like really disrespectful, and I called him out, like, hey, respect me, and like, I'm doing this with dignity. Like you don't have to treat me this way, and you just be nice to me, and I will be, be nice. Yeah, I feel really bad when that happened. What is your
My
next question? I like the dynamic we're having right
Dynamic?
now.
Okay, good. Okay,
We still have a lot of food.
this is about us, so I guess we can both really answer this.
Okay.
But I'm asking this because I know a lot of people want to know about this. We've talked about it before, but a question that a lot of people want to know is like how we got back together. And I don't want to. The question isn't I'm not asking how, but like, what was it? And I'm not talking about Coachella that brought us back together, but like the emotions and the feeling that brought us back together. That's what I wanted to talk about.
Okay.
And we can both answer because it involves both of us. But yeah, I wanted to talk about it just because I know a lot of people have DM'd me, DM'd him, or commented and just wanted to know about that. So I decided that it would be a good idea to talk about it.
Yeah, you want me to talk about it?
You can start and I can
I
continue.
mean, that moment I was taking therapy, and I was trying to find many things about myself. I mean, I recommend therapy. It's a great, really,
Yes.
really, really,
Yes.
really, really important
For
in
both
life.
of us, for as individuals, for a
For
relationship,
everyone.
for your whole life in general, I feel like
Therapy
it's always a beneficial thing no matter what you're going through. Even if you're having the greatest time of your life, you're going through a high in your life, like therapy's always great. Like nothing's going on in your life, still have therapy. You're at a low, therapy. Like it's always helpful.
always good. It's always good to put that out there, to like put all that feelings and not letting those feelings like eat inside you, you know. And then I remember I took one session and before Coachella actually, and like the therapist told me like do what you feel and like follow, like I saw this sounds very cliche, but she was like follow what you feel, and if you heart and you really want that, just do it. And I felt like I really wanted to talk to you in Coachella, and like I saw you, like you were there, and I was like, oh, this will be a good moment to talk and see each other. And I didn't have any like plan or like, oh, I want to like, you know, be back with you. I want like, you know, this future that we have right now in that moment. I was just like 100% living and blocking all the past, you know, blocking our experience in Love Island, blocking our experience after Love Island, and just like starting kind of again and letting just my feelings like going through. And it was fantastic. We have the best night.
You know, I've never heard that part of the story before. The beginning part.
Okay.
That's interesting. My take to it was that like I was really how do I say, like settling in with the thought that like maybe this wasn't meant to be, you know. And then I mean, as all breakups happen, and that's how you have to go through it, and you like heal and you have to learn to move on, as that's normal in any relationship that ends. So that's what I was going through. And I think at that point, like him and I had gone to Coachella separately, and I didn't know that he was going, but obviously everyone kind of in LA goes to Coachella, so I assumed like, oh, he probably is going. I don't know if for sure, whatever. And then I saw he messaged me, and out of the blue, I was not expecting it. I was just like, I went with my girlfriends. I was gonna have a girls' weekend, and he messaged me, and then in my head I was like, should I actually go and meet up with him? In my head I'm thinking like, I did all this healing, like I did like, do I wanna, you know, be open to this? And I was like, well, what's the worst that can happen, you know? And it was exciting for me. I was like, okay, I have butterflies like all over again. Like I would be so mad at myself. I know, like there was no way I could have said no to his message, because I was just like excited about it. I had butterflies, and I was like, I need to, you know, see what this is about. You need napkins here.
Okay.
And so anyways, to fast forward that story, I was just leading with my emotions as well.
Yeah, you were
to what
just
brought us to that point to reconnect, and the rest of it was history. And I think we just really let it flow, because we both went into that situation where we met up. That first time that we met up, we both went into it with the same feelings of like no expectations, not wanting.
That was great.
Like we weren't thinking about the future. We were literally just thinking about
the moment,
seeing each other
and like living the moment and like experiencing.
Exactly. And we literally didn't even know what the rest of the weekend was gonna hold. Like I literally just thought of that exact moment, and then
I actually felt like it was like really
and it
free for,
felt
like it
meant
was
to be.
Yeah, it was amazing. We have a great time.
It was the best time.
Hopefully we go this year back.
Yes, create more amazing memories.
Okay, now it's my turn. Okay, now like you used to live by yourself before, right, for a long time, and now we're living together. What do you think about living with someone, and how you can give, like if someone is gonna move with, advices for someone that is gonna move with their boyfriend or with their girlfriend, like what do you
like the best advice for
advise that person?
I mean, first of all, I love it. Let me just say that, like I love it. I'm so happy. And I'm so glad we did move in together. I've been happier than I've ever been. I think mostly because I get to fall asleep with my best friend and wake up with my best friend every single morning. Whatever. Okay. Anyways,
No,
the advice
I hear
is,
that before too. Then you tell me that all the time.
like, I've been so happy. But anyways, advice would just be to understand and respect each other. You need to do that even more so because you're sharing the same space. So relationship and romance aside, you're roommates too, you know? So I think you need to respect the person and their needs and their living habits in the way that it is, that you also need to look at yourself and be flexible and adjust and adapt to the other person as well.
Yeah, adjusting and understanding other person.
Yes, exactly.
What would be an example of
Okay, I know what you're trying to say. He's trying to get me to say this, and I will say
No.
he's cleaner than I am, and I'm messier. But in this example and situation, like, I need to be more conscious and aware and cleaner and tidier in the way that I
mean, I feel you're pretty
live,
clean.
in the way that we can both coexist and both be very happy with our living situation.
What is something that you don't like about me in this?
I made a joke about it before, but it was like a pet peeve, but it's nothing bad. Like,
but I'm changing. I feel like maybe because I used to live by myself, maybe. But it's also because the bathroom was broke.
Okay, anyways, to put like...
Okay, next question.
Yeah.
Okay.
If you didn't understand what we were talking about, you can go see the other videos.
I mean, you have to
we
see
were
other
talking
videos
about.
on live. And...
Yes.
So good.
My little food dance and my happy dance. It's so good. So much food though.
It's perfect. I'm trying to gain weight.
I'm not.
I know, but
I'm not. He is.
trying to get more weight. More muscle. What is your favorite flavor here?
Ooh, okay. It's a mix between, I think it's the garlic, the tahini baba ganoush, and the falafel.
Too good.
All together, and the corn all together. Okay, a question for you. When you first started when did you first start dating? Like, what age was that when you first started dating?
Really, John, I started dating when I was 14 years old because my mom and my dad used to have a lot of like fightings and problems. Then my escape was like going to my girlfriend's house and sharing with their family, and they treat me like another kid, you know, they treat me like another...
Like, they brought you into their family.
Yeah, and they were
That's
pretty
nice.
nice. Yeah, I mean, that was my escape, or like, no, like escaping of home problems, yeah.
Okay. No, that wasn't my question, but I guess it was a lead into the question.
Yeah, tell me.
What are some of the biggest lessons you learned from, like, your very first experience dating? Because obviously you were so naive, I was so naive, like, everyone's so...
I mean, we were kids.
naive, and you're very young when you first started dating.
I feel with that first person, and I actually told you about this, I read this the other day. Like, the first relationship is the one that teach you love, you know? Teach you what's like...
What is
loving.
love?
What is loving? And I
how
feel
does
that
love
was
feel?
what my first relationship was.
Me too. I felt that. I was in
felt
love
love. I felt like,
first relationship.
you know, appreciating someone for the person it is. I mean, we are like 8 billion people in the world, like sharing with someone all of these things, your energy, your body, your mind, everything is really special. And that's what I learned from my first relationship. But what I was saying is, the second person that you love teach you what you like and what you don't like in a relationship, teach you the things you are looking for in someone and what you're not looking in someone. And the third person that you find love Is the person like you can put all of it in practice. I mean, you're the third person in my life. I mean, that I fell in love then. I feel like I've been putting on practice everything I've been going through. I mean, it's been helping me so much. Things like losing my ego, that's a big thing for me. Like you know, and for everyone. I mean, the ego is not bad. It's not a bad thing, but sometimes bring bad things.
I feel like it depends where you place it.
Depends how you manage the ego.
Everyone has an ego. Everyone does, but I think it also depends on how you manage your own.
And thanks to the ego, we wake up every morning and we do things and we want to grow like person, to grow
better
like,
yourself.
Yeah, but like when you put it in extreme, is when
if you like
bad.
put it at the forefront of everything.
Yes.
That was really well said. That's a really good answer for that question. Okay, I'm getting full.
Whose turn is?
Your turn to ask the question, I think, because I asked last. I think I asked the last one.
I'm really full too. I don't think we're really good on this.
We suck at this.
But I love it for them. Don't worry, I'm gonna eat it later.
Okay, but also, can you see how crispy this is?
Alright. She said we got mics.
Crispy. Okay, yeah. Anyways, I got him. What I whispered to him was that we got like these microphones so we could make these YouTube videos even better. We've got
for the next one. Now we have to scream.
Ah! I wanted to show you some ASMR of like how crispy this was. It's crispy. Okay, your turn.
No, I think it was your turn, no?
No, I asked you about like what is the big lesson you learned from like your first relationship?
I think this is not a question. I just wanna. It was pretty cool when I went to Hawaii and I met your grandparents and your mom and your dad. I know they are really private and in their things, but I wanna bring this, and I really saw really interesting and beautiful is the way your family is built, you know, and the way you grow up. That made me really happy and made me like even love you more. Because I hear we have sometimes say something like you like when you are with someone, you're not just with that person, you're also with the family of that person, right? And I felt like your family was great. Your grandparents are like an example of love, and they have been married for like how long? 60 years?
No, 60 something. They're
60 something. And they're still the most cutest couple in the world. Like they share each other.
I've never watched this video. Don't get mad at me that I don't remember exactly how many years.
It's okay, but they're the most.
65 years? 66 years?
I love your grandpa. He's like making his garden every day. Your grandma is like still like putting makeup and looking beautiful.
Yeah,
making her hair.
My grandma takes pride in her hair. She's so beautiful.
She have a beautiful hair.
And my grandpa loves his garden. He gardens every day. Takes pride in all of his plants and his trees and his flowers and his fruits that he
I think
grows.
that's a beautiful relationship, and I feel that's like a really inspirational relationship. I know, like, and I respect every kind of relationships. Like, my friend have like what do you think about polyamorous relationships? We talk about that in the TV show.
We did?
I mean, I asked you a question about it. I remember the kind of the producers put it on as well.
What was the question? Like, how do I feel about it?
Yeah, something like that. Like, how you feel about it, poly?
I think it's an interesting dynamic. I've never been in one.
Yeah.
I don't know if I necessarily
Want to
be in one. I don't see myself like making that work because I'm very like like when I have my eyes on someone,
No,
my
imagine how crazy it will
eyes
be.
are on that one person, and I feel like if there were two people involved in that, like I don't think I could balance that out well.
No,
But I do
imagine all the
know it
emotions.
works. I know it's so much emotions. I do know it. I believe it does work for some people that like that are all on the same page. You know what I mean? That are all on the same page, that all want the
But
same
imagine
thing. That
if
I feel
just
like.
two people is so much trouble and so much like. You
I
know,
mean, that's how I mean from
small
my experience.
discussions,
Yeah.
small discussions and became
From my
like.
from my experience
Imagine
and
three
from my
people
knowledge.
discussing like, oh.
That would be crazy. They would need to be like,
Yeah.
I don't know. I know it works for some people. I don't think it works for myself. And that's fine. But I'm aware of that. I'm very in tune with what I like, what I know would work for me or not.
What
I might need you
any
to help.
any
I might
advice?
need you to help me with this one.
Okay, no
Thank
problem.
you.
Any advice for like this, for someone young that is starting to date and is starting their life dating,
Oh.
like someone in the tweens, like what you will advise a
The tweens, like
teenager,
teenagers?
like a teenager?
You know what I heard sounded like your little sisters. What do you think of when your little sisters start dating?
Oh wow, I have to.
I know, I didn't even think about this question. Wait, pause your question. I want to know your answer to that question. But like, how are you gonna be when your sisters start dating?
I would be like really a
Protective?
friend more. No, I think I will be more like giving the freedom, but at the same time, I mean, I'm not the one that have to, take the decision to who let them go out or not.
Are you gonna be protective older brother?
I don't think I will be the protective. I've always been like really like with my older sister. I was all really like open mind. Like, I mean, you do you. You have to how you have to protect yourself, your feelings, your body, your mind, and just be responsible. And I feel like when like something that I was really good with my mom, it was communicating everything, and I couldn't say everything to my mom. And it was nice because she advised me well in many aspects, like sexually, mentally. When I was a teenager and I started dating, I feel the best way is like don't like if you wanna talk to someone, maybe talk to your therapy, like to your psychology, or someone older. Because sometimes when you are starting dating and you start talking to your
people
friends,
that are the same age as you and
the
that are
same age,
that are doing the same mistakes that you're doing too.
yeah,
It's
try
like,
to like
it's the blind leading the blind.
yes.
That's what me and my girlfriends used to call each other. We were the three blind mice. Yeah, we would give each other bad advice, and then we give each other the same bad advice back, and then we'd be the blind leading the blind. It would get us nowhere.
Yeah, I feel like look for someone older, like in life, to give you a better advice. But what you would say, like if you were, what you will say to a younger Kira
Younger Kira.
in the advice of the dating life?
Oh my god, so much.
Okay, say it
Okay,
to the camera.
thing
Go on.
Okay, go off. Know that there's. I feel like when I love so hard, but then I also get blinded by that, and then what happened in the past was that I wasn't treated well, and I was just blinded by the love that I turned my head to the bad treatment that I was receiving, and it took a lot of time for me to learn to realize that there was better out there and I deserved to be treated so well, and it took me hard lesson after hard lesson to learn that. And so my advice to my younger self is a person who truly loves you will treat you the way you dream that love feels like, that beautiful love, like that type of treatment, it's out there. Like whoever loves you so much will treat you like that. Like will treat you the best. And that's out there. But you just need to find the right person for that. And if it's not the person in front of you, you need to keep looking.
Even in that age?
What do you mean?
In that age, and the
At
kids are like going out,
yeah,
you know, because
I know, but
I
like
mean,
when I was so young, I was like, oh my gosh, like this is the love of my life. Like I'm so in love with this. Like that was my first love, and like my first love, you know, like your first love.
That's what I want to say is like, is your first love. Like it's not the love, you know. Like sometimes you. Like,
I didn't know that at the time, though. I know that now.
Then like I feel like it's right to look for someone that treat you right and all of this, because that's a relationship where you're gonna be with someone that treat you bad, you know. But if it's your first like person you're sharing with, they will be like that person is still like so many things to experience, like yourself and the other person too, you know. It's a really good advice, but at the same time, it's like you're not gonna get married that person, right?
No, but my point was the advice was that like if you're receiving bad treatment, there's
of course like
better love out there. Yeah, that's my point. That's what I was trying to get to. Yeah.
What?
I found the love that treats me well. I really have, and I've been so happy.
I'm pretty happy too.
Just pretty happy. pretty happy. If you guys know where that's from,
comment down there.
Comment down below.
Where you guys hear that?
That is our favorite show.
That's our favorite show.
Our favorite show. And
we love it.
When we watched the last episode, we were so sad.
We almost cried. Okay, baby, I think we're done with this. Any last words you want to put out there?
The perfect love is out there. You just need to keep looking. And also,
but what is perfection?
Perfection is like you keep working at it. Like love is a continuous thing that you're always gonna grow. You're always gonna flourish. There's always more to like, you know what I mean? Does that make sense?
Yeah, it's like a garden.
Yes. Our love is a garden. Our love is a maze. Remember you said that?
Yeah. Oh, I remember that. You know, like a really smart guy said that one. I forgot that.
A really handsome one too.
I forgot what philosophers say that love is like a maze.
I think his name was William Moncada.
Oh yeah, philosopher from Colombia. I'm just kidding, but yeah, love is kind of like a maze. You just have to like
keep navigating
and find a way to like, you know, go to that point.
Anyway, any last words you have to say?
And here we are.
Yeah, I'm so grateful.
I'm really grateful, and we like learning every day from each other, and I think that's the most positive things. Salud!
Salud! Cheers, my love.
Cheers.
Thank you guys for tuning in with us. If you have any...
hopefully you get hungry with all of this.
Yeah.
Probably it was me all the video like
if you guys are in LA, you guys need to check out Amir's. They have the best falafel.
We're not promote like we're not
paying
us, but
it's just our favorite place.
We love that place. They're not paying us. They just like we love them, and they're pretty nice. And
also, if you have any other questions or relationship stuff that you want us to like talk about, I'll also comment down below, because we'll chime in, we'll comment back, we'll answer you guys.
Or the next video we can
or we could do another video too if you guys have a lot more. Otherwise, if you have any other ideas of what you guys want to see or hear, let us know.
Thank you for this idea. This is actually was one of the idea of our supporters, and it was a great idea. We were like, oh, let's do it, and it was fun. I had a lot of fun. It was a good conversation.
It was a good conversation for us both.
Maybe you moved the camera, but it's okay.
Sorry.
It was a great conversation too for like us, and we are really open, and I feel that's what keeps us like healthy, because we can talk about literally everything, about everything.
Everything.
And that's really important in a relationship. Someone that you can talk about everything, literally everything in your life, your problems, your
deepest fears,
deepest desires, deeper secrets,
family stuff, work stuff,
and that's
troubles,
that's
happiness.
really important. I feel that's the main thing, like someone that you can share anything. And I know it's hard to find that, but look at me, I find it in a TV show. It's crazy, right?
Also, Love Island works. Like, that's crazy.
That's crazy.
That's crazy.
I mean, we are an experiment of the TV.
We're those
That's
little experimental
crazy.
rats that worked.
We haven't even watched it. We're gonna start watching it
Once
when
it comes
came
out
out
on
on
Netflix.
Netflix.
Yeah.
We're gonna watch it, and you can guys watch it with us. We can watch it live and make our expressions, because literally I just watched like 2 episodes.
I watched a little bit more than 2, but I haven't watched the whole thing. So, anyways, guys.
I mean, to see you crying all the time, like enough with that. Like, it's like, why she's crying? Like, really? Okay, whatever. Bye. Love you, my love.
I love you more. Like,
Bye.
comment, and subscribe. Thank you for tuning in, and we'll see you next time.
Bye.